The election. What a special time we are living in every now moment of November 2020. Today is Wednesday, November the 4th, the American election, the election for the President of the United States, for, in effect, the President of the world, is over. The day the world has been waiting for has passed. It is miraculous indeed, and very special. This time we are living in is a great gift to mankind. It is the time of the apocalypse. It is the time of the Great Awakening. But it is not a time of great disaster, of armed world war, of a nuclear holocaust, or of mass disease and death. We are told there is a deathly disease amongst us. We are told of all the cases that test positive, but we do not see death and disease around us. What we do see is the disease of extreme, illogical fear. Fear is what we came here to planet Earth to experience. We are great souls, fragments of divine essence, drops of water, of consciousness, in the ocean of God love, of God consciousness. Love is what we truly are. The God love that we are cannot be expressed in words. The knowing, the feeling, the expressing of the radiance of love is deep in its wonder and flow. It is a stream of love, a knowing, a glowing, a deep, wonderfully, intensely blissful flow that lifts all to heavenly heights. Love is the electromagnetic energy that powers us, flows through us, animates us. It is a deep and magnificent stream of delight that spreads through our whole physicality and connects us with the divine that exists beyond the veil, beyond the constricted third-dimensional vibration. When we come to Earth as babies, that love is spontaneously, freely flowing through us. In our early years, we laugh, we cry, we are eager for life and living, we are enthusiastic and happy, for we are in touch with that love, with our higher selves. The old true saying is, "Give me a boy until he is 7, and I will show you the man." Indeed, it is so. Our early, holy spontaneity is trained out of us by the indoctrination, the entrainment we receive from those who brought us into this world. And this is as it should be, for this is their job. As we raised our hand to volunteer to come to Earth and fulfill our earthly mission here, so our parents, our caretakers, all those in government, in bureaucracy, in our educational, military, legal and medical systems, raised their hands for their job, for their earthly life. They are all as holy as we are. Since all that exists in this earthly material realm is of God, then all, the dark and the light, the physical and the spiritual, all is a part of God. In our human journey, our holy soul, our particle of the divine that is our higher self, our true beingness, moves into abeyance as it is trained by its caretakers to feel alone, sinful, and worthless. So fear is brought into our lives, the fear that tames us, the fear from which we recede into dark thoughts and unholy deeds, for we feel alone and lost. We cannot accept the negative thoughts that have been imposed upon us. They paint too dark a picture of us. So we project these thoughts onto those around us. We say it is not we that are guilty, it is they that are abusive. When we are angry, we declare those around us to be angry. When we are jealous, feeling guilty, hating, we emanate that low vibration and we attract towards us people of light frequency. And this, dear brethren, dear friends, is what is happening in our world today. So many are angry about the election. They have very strong and illogical ideas about who should be elected, who is good. and these ideas come from their information sources. How can we be informed about anything? We are informed by what we are told. But is what we are told the truth? The third-dimensional human cannot think outside the box. We do not realize that those who are telling us our tell you vision has its own agenda. The dark ones are continuing the negative indoctrination, the devious entrainment that we experienced in our childhood. And so we are angry, full of the self-righteous belief that we are right. We loudly claim to all around us that we know that our candidate should win for the good of all. Not so. For those who claim this from the rooftops, those who are loud and vitriolic, have been conditioned by the corrupt politicians, the corrupt bureaucrats, the media, into compliance with their dark agenda. The angry feelings of those who are still asleep, those who are hypnotized into alignment with the third-dimensional fear vibration experience, are then projected out into the world. And as a consequence, the dark players are seen as the light, and the Light Alliance is seen to be dark. That is where we are now, on December the 4th, 2020. The light has won. The light has won the battle for planet Earth and its human inhabitants. The light has won the election. Yet the dark, and those humans entrained by the dark, are caught in fear's awful tentacles and will not allow it to be so, for they see the victory of their opponents as their demise. And our human brethren are in illogical fear. So the timeline of the planet Earth journey today is playing out to show them the truth. The dark are claiming victory where victory does not exist. They are literally fighting for their very lives, for death and destruction is in their future. They know this, they see this, and like desperate animals, they are doing their best to keep their power, their service to self, superiority, and control over mankind. Fear not. It will not work. The light is in charge now. Hitherto the dark ones have co-opted the good, the inherently kind and compassionate ones, into compliance with their evil plans. Now the Light Alliance has the dark ones in its charge, and is manipulating and maneuvering them into bringing their devious deeds and dark agenda to the light. Only thus can those who are still in the hypnotic third-dimensional dream state be brought to seeing the truth of their entrainment, the truth that they have been prisoners of their minds. So the timeline of ascension is moving on in perfect accord with the divine plan. All is well, dear hearts, dear souls, be of good cheer. The time of humanity's release from its entrainment and indoctrination, from the valley of the shadow of death, the release is moving closer and closer. The timeline of planet Earth is playing out exactly as the divine intends it to. Nothing will stop the ascension now. As mankind moves up in the ascension process, as humanity leaves fear behind and moves into the love vibration, the tipping point is being reached. Where we go one, we go all. Our collective vibration, our collective embracing of love is greater every day. And the universe, the divine love, is showering the earth with positive energy, and the earth is responding with grace and ease. The alignment of the planets is perfect. The time is fast approaching for the releasement of mankind. Take heart, dear brethren. The best is yet to come. Yes, the best is yet to come. Love and light are your inheritance. You have weathered your challenging earthly journey in exemplary fashion, and you are returning victoriously to love, which is your blissful, true, heavenly inheritance. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings, indeed.